We may like Crazy Town, too. We never know. Darnell?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let's hear your half-baked theory.
First of all, I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller, and I think my half-baked theory is a little more on than
All right, let's hear it.
than your panties off thing. But I think it's as guys, we're more into the toilet stuff, and peeing's like a big deal for us from early on. We can stand up and pee anywhere, and so I think it's just guys who get into that find validation, in seeing a girl do it, and so that's
what kind of validation? What do you mean validation? What does that mean?
This is, by the way, Darnell's theory on why guys like watching girls pee in the Hustler magazines.
And the Hustler stuff, are they peeing on people?
No, they're normally peeing on the ground.
So just watching them pee is theoretically what guys like?
Yeah.
In theory, yes.
Okay. And
that's where the smart money is.
Do you think it is some sort of transgender issue, that some sort of identification with mom or something?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I suppose it could do something like, some sort of association with why guys like wearing women's underwear as well.
Yeah, but what percentage of guys who jack off the Hustler enjoy wearing women's underpants? Hey, Darnell?
I'd assume a great deal.
Darnell,
yeah.
You get any action yourself?
Not lately.
Yeah,
he assumes a great deal would want to jack off with underwear?
Shocking. You do think a great deal?
Of Hustler readers, probably girls' undies.
Like to wear girls' underpants?
Yeah.
Really? Higher than 50%?
Probably around there. I don't know.
It's about 50% of the men who look at Hustler enjoy wearing women's underpants.
I don't know.
Darnell, you need to go to work for the college, collecting data. Hey,
he's an epidemiologist. You didn't know that?
Darnell, what's up with you? What happened to you? You get dropped?
Me? No.
You mean on your head?
Where are you going, to junior college?
State University.
Yeah, that's almost junior.
I also have a manovation idea.
Oh, Darnell. Hold on. Drew, you know how I'm constantly disappointed by our listeners' theories and ideas?
Now you've begun cringing.
Yes.
When you know they're coming.
He started this one off. He prefaced this with, I think this is going to be a little more insightful than the explanation you offered some nights ago.
And more than your lame listeners would normally offer.
Right. What was Darnell's theory about why men enjoy watching women urinate?
Because they like watching.
No, I still don't know what it was.
It was nothing.
Darnell, you had no explanation. Men like urine. That was your explanation.
Yeah, they're validated by urine.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Okay, give me the manovation.
Okay. Okay, have you seen the popularity in men's like shower products and such that is
Sure, it's going through the roof.
Exactly.
Who can afford it?
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
Well, I think there should be a whole line of stuff that not only does like a body wash and shampoo and conditioner and stuff, but also doubles to help in the prostate maintenance department while you're in there.
How would that work?
How would that be different than soap?
Well, you can't necessarily use everything. I don't attempt it.
All right.
Okay, thanks, Darnell.
All right.
Thanks, but you keep writing down those ideas, all right?
Yeah, I'll keep plugging along.
Keep plugging along. I want you to write down all your theories, all your manovation ideas. Collect them, bind them, turn them in a book, and then douse them in kerosene and burn them on your lawn in some sort of ritual.
Right, all right, thanks.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
Keep rock and roll.
So, let's recap that one.
Well, the reason guys enjoy watching women pee on each other or just by themselves is because we feel a connection with urine.
Standing up and urinating.
Yeah.
Somehow that reminds us of ourselves.
Right. 50% of men who read Hustler enjoy wearing women's underpants, at least 50%. And a great manovation for the year 2001 would be with the onslaught, the avalanche of male-related bathroom products you've been seeing lately.
Yes.
Such as there's something called soap and another thing called shampoo.
Ooh, yes.
Right?
Shocking.
Right? You can't walk 10 feet without seeing a billboard for soap or shampoo, men's soap or shampoo.
Who's ever heard of that before?
Here's something
his
else.
will double as a lubricant.
Michael?
Yes.
You're 19. It never fails. I'm always disappointed by our callers. Thank you, Michael.
Right.
You're 19.
Well, my question is, ever since I was probably about 11 or 12, I've noticed that I've had oversized nipples, and all my weight seems to go to my stomach and my chest, and it's not that my whole chest is bigger, but my nipples are probably a little, I guess the circumference of them is a little bigger than a quarter, but they're about an inch. They stick out about an inch, and it's kind of embarrassing wearing.
No, your nipples do not stick out an inch.
It's pretty close.
The nipple itself.
Yes.
Just the pointy part of the nipple.
I guess. Yeah.
Or do you include the fleshy stuff underneath?
No, yeah, that too.
Yeah, the fat underneath.
The whole thing's an inch.
Yeah, and I guess my question was, I wanted to know if that was something that could be from, if I have like a more estrogen than most males.
Yes, and that's probably, you said you were overweight.
I'm not overweight. I'm actually really thin everywhere. It's just all my weight seems to go to my stomach and my chest. And
Yeah.
it's not like I have a huge chest or anything like that. It's not like from Fight Club, but it's just...
You smoke a lot of pot?
What's that?
Do you smoke a lot of pot?
No, I don't.
Okay.
How much you weigh?
About 170,
How tall are you?
6'2".
No
So,
way.
Not overweight. You just collect that weight. in
Yeah,
the
I
wrong
mean,
place.
it's not... The weight issue's not a big deal. It's not noticeable at all. It's just...
Yeah. It's just if you put on 1 pound, 13 ounces of that is in your boobs.
Everything else normal?
bad times.
Normal hair distribution?
Right.
Normal sexual functioning?
Right.
Who's got this gynecomastia?
Yeah.
Some guys have this.
Yeah.
I know they have surgeries.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, but what are you removing when the guy's not really overweight? I mean,
Well,
wouldn't it just come back?
No, not necessarily.
Why not?
They take out some of the glandular tissue sometimes.
That would contain the fat or
Yeah.
produce it?
It just shrinks it back, yeah.
But what I'm saying is if you have
if he gained again, would it come back? No, the cells are gone.
the cells,
That store
which
the fat.
is like the Tupperware that collects the fat.
Right.
So you remove the Tupperware, and you can only store so much chili con carne.
Right, more or less. And there are certain sort of...
They do that with liposuction?
Yeah, that's liposuction.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Well, I was always wondering because, to me, liposuction was like removing the fat from the area. But obviously, if it's a place where you're prone to gain weight, you put on another 5 pounds, and that's where it's going.
No.
But it won't go there
Can't
anymore.
go there. No cells there to store it.
There's nothing to hold it.
Right. Go somewhere else.
Nice.
Should we do it?
About that. Yeah, I mean, if this is a situation where the guy's 6'2" and 170 and he has, C cups, this is something he's got to make a move on.
Mm-hmm.
Because Lord knows he's 19. Wait till he's 6'2" and 235 when he's 31.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have D cups. Hey, Michael?
Yes.
You may want to consult a plastic surgeon and just see what he has to say.
It's not quite as extreme as you're thinking. It's not the actual, like, the whole breast. It's just the nipple. But it's noticeable if I was to wear, like, a T-shirt. Or
Yeah.
Well, nipples are what you got. Those aren't changing.
those aren't changing.
Yeah, but what about what's behind the nipple that's sort of pushing it
Spreading
forward?
it out, yeah.
Hey, Michael?
Yeah.
What about just a whole bunch of exercise, lots of push-ups and those kinds of things?
Well, if that'd work,
Well, it couldn't hurt. I mean, what about doing something that really like isolates that muscle, like flies?
Incline dumbbell presses.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
how, you got any weights?
no, I don't.
Why don't you get yourself a weight bench, tip it up at an angle, and grab yourself like some 20-pound dumbbells and do those flies?
I'll give it a shot.
And just really see if you can blast that area for 2 months and see if it does anything.
Okay.
Now the fat will sit on top of a muscle and stick
Yeah.
out even further.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's gonna look nice. Hey, if that doesn't work, go to a plastic surgeon. Just see what he says.
Yeah.
Hey, worst case scenarios, you look at the before and after pictures. I'll go to a plastic surgeon every once in a while and just say I'm looking for breast reduction for my girlfriend for her birthday. I'm shopping around. Can I see some? Let me see the before book. Let me see the before book on the breast reduction and the after book on the breast augmentation, please.
And then how do you explain the fact that you run off to the bathroom right then?
Yes, I'm going to need a 6-pack of Schlitz Tall Boys, some paper towels, and hold my calls, please. I'll be in the bathroom. And I'll need a chair to wedge against the bathroom door so no one comes in. Thank you. Yes, I've been known to do that many times. Chris,
Yes.
you're 20?
Yes.
What's up?
Basically, I I attend a college, and I recently got into a relationship with a 17-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been going out for some time, and we recently had engaged in oral sex.
And
Nice.
she goes to the same college?
Yes. She's in one of those youth outreach programs.
Right, right. They think they're getting a leg up. Really, they're just blowing older guys. Youth outreach. Here, reach for my penis. Reach out for the penis. Thank you. So, would she be like an advanced student?
Yeah,
what-
actually, because she's over here. She's from Indonesia, and she's here on an F1 visa.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
And, well...
She's there on a F1 visa?
Yes.
Yeah. My family came over on a FU visa. They stayed. They ended up staying.
Really? Huh?
Yeah, they're still being sought after by the federal government. All right, hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Now listen, first, she's from Indonesia, you say?
Yes.
Yeah, women start having sex there at 9. So she's considered an old maid in her native land. Number 2, you guys are both in college. I'm all right with this. You like her?
Yeah, I like her a lot.
All right. Just take it slow, treat her right.
How much different would it be if she were dating an 18 or 19-year-old? You know,
Well, first
she's
off,
in college, so she's in school with.
Chris is a 20-year-old guy.
Who's...
He's got a little more 15 in him than he does
Yes.
than he does 25.
Yep.
He's a 20-year-old guy, is closer to 15 than to 25.
Yep.
And you'd rather have this 20-year-old date your daughter than one of these scumbag 16-year-olds that calls the show, right?
Yeah.
I was fingering my girlfriend, and then I would let my dog lick my finger, and then I was like, finger again. I want to know if I can give my dog a disease. You'd rather have this 20-year-old date your daughter than that guy, right?
Much.
What is the answer to that question?
We'll talk about it during the break.
All right, we'll be back.
Oh yeah, everybody now.
Loveline will be right back.
Yeah, Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Vinnie Jones from Snatch is not in the building. He was slated to come out here tonight and has not made it. That's all right. Crazy Town will be in here tomorrow night, and then Lincoln Park Sunday night. Have a little difficulty figuring out what day it is.
Wonder why that? Because of...
I don't know. I don't know what it is with me, but this week feels slower or faster. I
Did
can't,
you work on
can't
Monday?
remember what it is. Did I work where?
Martin Luther King Day? Did you work at all? Because a lot of people took that day off. And
Oh, yeah. What was it? Oh, I worked on my house.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you working on now?
I'm remodeling Jimmy's office,
Okay.
my funny partner.
He has an office in your house?
He has an office in his house,
Ah.
and it's getting gutted big time. It's time to orchestrate that. Takes a lot of orchestrating, building him all the cabinets and all that good stuff. He has an eclectic taste, though, that Jimmy. He's a tough client.
Mm-hmm.
Kat,
Hello?
you're 16.
Yeah, I have a lot of, scars because I used to cut myself, and some of them are pretty, big and, ugly. And I was wondering if there's a way I could get rid of them, something I could put on them.
Where are the scars?
On my arms, and I have some on my legs and on my stomach.
That's the thing about scars. There's not a lot you can do about them. There are some laser techniques now. And
Well, that's
they're-
why they call them scars, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're scabs.
Otherwise, they're... Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
On your belly.
yeah.
You were cutting your belly?
Well, yeah.
Right. And they're scars because you were picking at them?
Well, no.
She really went
I didn't
deep.
pick at 'em.
She
They
went,
healed and...
you went real deep. Yes?
Kind of. Yeah, on my arms, I have some really bad scars.
Did you need stitches?
No, I don't know. They probably could have used stitches, but I don't know. They
Yeah.
look really ugly.
All right. Well, are you done cutting on yourself?
Well, I don't know. I haven't for a long time, but I just recently did, so I don't know. I try not to, but I've been starting to do that again lately.
And if you're going to cut on yourself, could you go the other direction and create a sort of checkerboard pattern?
I suppose so.
Play tic-tac-toe on your belly?
Yeah.
Do you have some kind of a dissociative disorder when you do these cutting? Do you just dissociate?
What do you mean exactly?
Did
Where,
anyone ever tell you have more than one personality?
No.
Or do you dissociate where you kind of don't know what you're doing when you cut?
Well, yeah, kind of.
What's up? Did someone abuse you?
I don't know, like, I guess not like overt like abuse, but kind of emotional abuse.
Yeah. Why do you think you're cutting on yourself?
Well, I went to see a psychiatrist a couple of months ago, and she said I'm bipolar, and I don't know. Does that have anything to do with it?
Sure, that's part of it.
Did she give you
I've been in a
some?
mental hospital a couple times.
Did she give you some medication?
Yeah.
Are you taking it?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Does it make you feel better?
Not really.
What about putting vitamin E on those scars?
Not likely to do much. And again, there's some lasers that can be maybe useful, and there's things plastic
That's really
surgeons can do.
expensive, though, isn't
Yeah,
it?
whatever. Well, okay. If you're looking for something cheap to try to get rid of those scars, ain't going to happen.
Hey, Kat. Here's the deal, baby. They're called scars because they don't go away. But the good news is there's been a huge breakthroughs with this stuff, and I'd say just the last few years. And what they can do with the lasers is pretty marvelous. Maybe a little bit expensive, and it may not be the kind of thing you can deal with for a few years. So the first thing is don't cut anymore. Do your therapy. Stick with your program, your psychiatry. Take your medication and work on not adding any more scars.
And scars can shrink quite a bit.
Yeah, they'll shrink. And then in some time when your head's in a better place, then you can go get them removed and use a laser.
How much would that cost about?
It's about $100 a lineal inch.
Don't know. We don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Come on, baby. What's up?
Well, thanks.
You all right?
Yeah.
Well, why are you so freaked out?
Freaked out, I don't know.
Well, you just sound like you're in a bad way. You're 16. You got computers and VCRs. Enjoy. We didn't even have cable when I was growing up.
You had on TV.
Yeah, nothing. Kat,
Uh-huh.
do you have any friends?
Yeah, I have friends.
All right, talk to them. Hang out with them. Have a laugh.
I mean, I do. I, like, try not to, like, spend time alone, but...
All right.
Yeah. You go to a regular school?
No. I go to, like, an alternative school.
Oh, boy. So you smoke cigarettes with your teachers during the break, call everyone by their first name, roll in at noon every day, and roll out of there about 1:15, 1:30?
Oh, no. I go from 1:30 to 7.
Oh, what the hell kind of school is that? That's a swing shift. That's not a school.
What alternative? What does that mean?
It's a smaller school. It's like...
Is it attached to a bigger school?
It's in the basement of a library.
All righty. God knows what's going on. Are you learning anything?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can apply those credits toward a GED one day?
No, I'm going to graduate high school.
All right, baby. Well, good. Enjoy yourself.
Okay.
Lighten up a little.
I'll try.
All right.
Thanks.
Relax. She sounds like she like Atlas. The weight of the world on her back. Yeah. This one. 16. Come on, everybody. Well, listen, I don't want to sound like Mary Poppins here, but...
Don't worry.
Your parents are a pain in the ass. I know that. The situation at home's not great, but find yourself some friends.
Yeah.
And the best times I've had has been with my friends. They've bailed me out of jail. They bailed me out of trouble. I've got to watch them have sex. It's great. And hang out with your friends. Have a laugh with your friends. Hey, you guys got to get back with your friends, especially you chicks. You guys are so busy borrowing each other's sweaters and banging each other's boyfriends. You don't know what a good relationship's like. Get your buddies. See, women don't call them buddies. Think about that. They ain't buddies. They're my friend and the competition. They ain't buddies. Get some buddies. Jason?
Yeah.
You're 20.
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm just curious as to what's the big deal about women's breasts, because I know that I'm infatuated with them. I just love them. I work at a restaurant, and I see...
Well, there you go. Enough said.
Yeah, there you go.
You work at a restaurant. They serve breasts.
Yeah, exactly. I see women coming in wearing pretty much not much.
Sure.
And plus, I'm in Orange County, so...
Yeah, got a lot of fake breasts around there.
Exactly.
Hey, you like breasts? Good. That's healthy.
Do you work at Twin Palms or something?
Makes you a man.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm just curious why. I mean...
Well,
when I sit down and look at it...
Look, I understand. It makes no rational sense. There are many...
Oh, yes, it does.
Well, hang on. There's many things that the human does that is not subject to rationality, and this is one of them. This is some part of our evolution, something that improved the propagation of the species.
To me, the main difference between a man and a woman is the cans, is the jugs.
Well, and there's theories
you take a very skinny, wafy type woman, and what do you got? You got a teenage boy.
And there's theories that if you idealize parts of women's body, that's a way to distance oneself from a little intimacy.
Well, only if you cut them off and play with them in your basement.
The way you do. Okay.
Well, I didn't say I did. I didn't say I didn't. We'll take a little break. We'll be back after this.
Loveline. We'll be right back. Call on the 1-800-LOVE-191.
I'm Adam. That is my good buddy over there. Board certified for your comfort.
Somebody was calling in to say that Epstein-Barr virus is a herpes virus. Okay. I don't know if CMV is, though, cytomegalovirus.
Somebody said that EBV is a herpes virus.
Which that makes sense to me. But I don't know that all monoviruses are herpes viruses.
So if you have Epstein-Barr virus, you may test positive for herpes?
No. It's more specific than that. It's just not an accurate test.
All right. I have not
figured
out. To me, the only kind of testing I think about is dyno tuning when you put a car in. And listen, either you pass the smog or you don't. I don't know about all this. We find herpes in your blood, but you don't have it. I don't understand all that testing business. And I'm not so sure Drew does either, to be quite honest with you. Michelle?
Yeah.
You're 14?
Actually, I'm 13. I just kind of said that.
You spazzed out?
Yeah, I guess,
All right.
I don't really hear a lot of 13-year-olds call.
What's your question?
Well, I kind of have, like, an obsession with dating, like, older guys,
How old?
Like, some might be 18 or older.
Are you a virgin?
No.
Was it with a 19-year-old that you lost your virginity?
Actually, it was my stepbrother when I was about 6.
Perfectly normal,
There we
perfectly healthy. Sure.
Yeah.
How old was he?
18.
And you were 6?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Can you see that kind of etches something into your psyche, into your brain function?
Well, actually, it's weird because I don't really think about it that much.
No, you don't have to. If you thought about it, you might not do it.
Yeah, arousal and attraction does not come from the thinking part of your brain.
Yeah, like
otherwise,
I know
people would always choose perfect partners then. If you could just think out, what do I want? What do I need? Pow. It's not the way it works. Attraction and arousal is built on trauma.
Yeah.
Oftentimes. And in your case, it's true. Is it not true?
That's a lovely thought.
But it's true. And here you are. Here's where it's etched into your chemistry.
I don't know. It's like all through I've been growing up. I've been like raped and molested and.
Well, that's all.
Had a
But it
gun
all.
put to my head.
But it all started back with that first experience when you were 6, though.
Yeah.
Who was raping you and molesting you growing up?
Well, like I don't know, just people that I didn't even know sometimes, and they would just like.
Just rape you and molest you?
Yeah, and I don't know, like I tell like my friends sometimes, like they I know they wouldn't want to hear it because they wouldn't like they change the subject, But I don't know. It's like.
Where are you calling from, by the way?
San Dimas, California.
I see.
Yeah, it's like around there, but
when you are really a high caliber victim, there's sort of no end of victimizers lining up to get after you.
No, and you're 13.
Yeah.
And you could put together a good 20-year run of rape and molestation.
Well, no, she'll make a career of this. She'll get into porn or stripping or something.
Yes. Hey, well, don't damn her to porn or stripping just yet. Hey, Michelle?
Yeah.
What's up? Where's your stepbrother now?
Well, my stepdad also, like, fooled around with my sister a lot. And, like, so we left. We lived in Ohio. And we came out here, and my mom, like, wanted to start over,
Yeah.
And, like, I came out here, and I had a really rough time. Ended up being stalked and had to transfer schools many times. And
who stalked you?
Some 19-year-old guy. He was, like, one of my friends, older friends, and they gave him my number. And he came to my door with a gun and got me in his car and took me to Pomona at the top of this hill, and raped me and shot, like, right next to my head and left me there. So, it was...
Oh, sounds like a dynamite individual.
I don't know. It's like... It's...
By the way, just going to Pomona is rape enough.
Rape one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just being abducted and taken to Pomona is enough cause for some serious therapy. Hey, Michelle?
Yeah.
Okay, well, hold on, baby. This, I'm telling you, if your life was an Etch-a-Sketch, I would shake it vigorously. Okay, here's the deal. You got to stop.
Get help.
You have to get help.
I mean,
you cannot act out.
It's like I write poetry, I'm so, like, emotionally advanced.
No.
Yeah, no. It's not advanced. It's scarred.
Well, emotionally experienced.
Yeah.
It does not mean advanced.
Most people haven't been raped by 13, although recent reports suggested at least 65% of the
Hustler readers.
Loveline callers and Hustler readers have. Hey, Michelle.
Yeah.
You need therapy. You need counseling. You need a group.
I've tried.
Yeah, you've tried nothing. You're 13.
I tried it.
How many years did you try it for?
Like 2 or 3. I don't know. I've gone to a bunch of them, and I can't sit and tell somebody about my life, and I don't even know anything about them. I'm not.
Well, what do you need to know anything about them for?
Because, I'm sitting there telling them stuff about me because they're professionalized in telling me what I should do to make.
All right, listen. Let me dispel a very popular notion, which is more BS than it is notion. It's more of an excuse than it is notion. This guy's not my friend. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know me. I don't know him. Good. That's right. That's good. That's the way it should be. Same with the pilot who flies the plane. Same with the doctor who puts his finger up your ass. It's best you don't know him. You understand? He's a professional or she's a professional, and they're there to do a job. You two having a prior relationship, or you knowing that they were divorced 2 times,
screws it
and
up.
had a little trouble with cough syrup in the mid '80s, is not going to help.
It screws it up.
Yes, it makes it worse. You're there for you. They are professionals. It's like you going to a mechanic. He doesn't know my car. He's never driven my car. He wasn't there when I bought. He doesn't care. He's a professional who works on cars. What's that?
I don't worry about mechanics.
Yes, that's what you call metaphor there, baby.
Yeah, I know.
You use that in your poetry.
Yeah, okay.
That and some simile.
And Michelle, if you don't want help, things are going to get worse.
Yeah, you're going to hook up with a whole bunch of older abusive guys. It's trouble.
And it's I suspect feelings of powerlessness are so profoundly overwhelming to you that you're not willing to trust somebody else. You're not willing to be open and feel that powerlessness in any way. You'd rather be in situations where you are indeed powerless, but believe that somehow you're in control of those situations, that they're your fault, that you were actually in control of them.
I don't know.
By acting those out over and over and over and over again.
I mean, it's not like I've been suicidal before, but it's not like I feel like deeply depressed,
Yeah.
or traumatized. But it's like I have this like link to like older guys.
You don't feel much of anything.
Listen, this link to older guys is going to undo you. Believe me, there's going to be more 19-year-olds taking you to Pomona.
Right. There's lots of them.
You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
Now you tell your mom you need to get some help.
Well, I don't talk to my mom.
Yeah, well,
the problem is that I don't get along good with my mom, and I can't just go up to her and say all this.
Well, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to do? Send over my magic eagle to snatch you up and take you to my hillside hideaway?
I don't know.
Where you can be raised in peace?
No, but I mean,
it's not going to work.
How am I going to approach talking to her about it?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Michelle. I'm going to put your whole life in a 10-second nutshell.
Oh, that's not good.
You listening?
Yeah.
Listen to me. I'm sorry for the hand that you got dealt in your life. Your mother is a mess. She chose a horrible, brutal stepfather. God knows what kind of shape your biological father's in, and I'm sorry for all the things that have happened to you up until this point in your life. Now, but you're wise beyond your years, and it's time to make a change, all right? You're aware of that.
Yeah.
Now you have 2 choices. There's 2 paths. One is counseling, one is reaching out, one is groups, one is relationships, one is therapy, and the other path is 19-year-olds with rancheros with Bondo all over the passenger door, pistols in Pomona.
Mm-hmm.
Now, your natural instinct, your gut instinct will take you to Pomona.
Yeah.
That's where you will go, like the Swallows coming home to Capistrano. You will go back to Pomona for more raping. I'm telling you this right now. Now, you're mature and you're aware. You can hear me. You're lucid.
I can hear you.
You have to go the other direction.
I know.
You have to.
But these older guys. But Adam, these older guys.
I don't care. And here's the tough part about that other direction. It's not easy. It's not Bill Cosby's not going to come over in a 15-tone sweater and agree to raise you in his palatial mansion.
It's not going to be as gratifying as going after the older guys.
You have to do it.
You have to do what you don't want to do.
You have to talk to a counselor at school.
It's like
you have
stopping
to talk
drugs.
to your mom.
It's the same
you
deal.
have to do it.
Same deal.
All right?
All right.
All right.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right. Have fun on that
You
day.
know, what's fascinating about that part of the brain that gives us attractions and give us, passions towards other people is that it doesn't learn. It doesn't learn.
No.
It does the same thing over. It's a repetition. And even though she ends up with a guy holding a gun to her head, still doesn't teach her to not go and get in the car with the 19-year-old again.
Yeah.
And even if she says to herself, I'm never going to do that again, I'm going to look for features of the guy that's not anything like that guy, she'll still find another victimizer.
No, well, the whole part about that side of the brain is so that the one little part that does seem to have some truth and some light never sees daylight. It's just about quieting that one little voice that tells you it's time for some therapy, it's time for some change. And no, the more you do it, the more you do it. It's like drugs. I mean, you want to do some blow, you'll do some blow, you'll do a little more and a little more and a little more. It feeds itself. You don't get it out of your system. It's not like, well, I did heroin all last week and I got my fill of that.
But it's not addiction, really. It's a repetition neurosis.
Yeah, but this is, I'm no addiction medicine specialist, but I still believe I'm smarter than you are. And I can tell you that it's the same quality.
Yeah, it has the same quality.
In that it has no end.
And it doesn't learn.
You do it in order to stop some pain in the immediate.
Right.
And it just has no bottom. It has no finish. It has no fourth quarter. No gun ever sounds. You just keep going.
Engaging in the same behavior and expecting a different outcome.
Right. All right. We will hop to another call here.
Where you going?
Almost done. Well, I thought that's enough. Emotionally, I need a break. Come on, let's go have a cigarette and a shot off the flask I keep strapped to my hip.
Jen.
Yes. Hi.
19. What's up?
Not much. And actually, you guys, I really don't agree completely with the fact that quieting that one little voice for therapy is the only thing that happens, because eventually you get to a point where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and then that voice that says, you need to get help on this one.
Right.
It kicks in.
Yes, that's true, but some people die before that does kick in.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, what do you think I was saying?
Pardon?
He was saying the same thing.
Yeah. Listen, I'm 19, and
are you an addict? Is that what you know about being sick and tired?
Pardon?
Are you a recovering addict? Is
yes,
that?
I am.
Yeah.
Yes, and amongst an Al-Anon, et cetera, et cetera.
Were you a sex addict also?
No, actually, the opposite. No, just booze and actually food.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm recovering in several areas.
Were you an overeater or just
a little bit of just a compulsive eater where I'd have I'd binge for a week and then I'd starve myself for 2, and it kept me out of trouble more than when I'd switch over to drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I'd get in a little too much trouble with that, I'd go back to eating.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So luckily, one day at a time, I get to have a.
What's the question now?
The question is, it seems that every time I engage in a sexual relationship, I lose interest in sex, and and it's not that I just got out of a relationship of almost a year and a half, and and before it ended, about 3 months into it, I started just losing interest in sex. And I've noticed that all along that's what happens. I'm wondering if that's normal. What's going on?
Well, there's 2 ways people can avoid intimacy. One is by engaging in sexual compulsivity, and the other is shutting down to sex. And so you had mentioned you have a lot of...
You got that one that makes your boyfriend mad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how often would you guys have sex?
Well, see, I would anyways, just to make him.
Oh, good times. Yeah, that's a good girl.
Well, yeah. Gee, thanks.
Yeah, I like that. Like, God knows the amount of times I've had sex with someone who didn't want to have sex with me. I have no idea. Could be over 100%.
Over 100%.
I think it could be like 103%. I'm for the next 3 times I have sex, whatever. I'm doing it in advance. I'm calculating in advance. But I've been grateful each and every time, and probably never knew the difference.
Probably.
So listen, don't look at it as sex. Look at it as intimacy.
Okay.
And that's what you're pulling away from.
All right.
That's just that you're 19. I mean, it just takes time to work this out. But when you're slowing down with the sex, do you feel yourself pulling out of the relationship?
No, just the opposite. I really want all of the for lack of a better term, the warm fuzzies of the just cuddling and watching movies and doing.
Do the guys stop delivering on that?
A lot of times, yes. And in fact, in this last one, I found out after a year and a half, he just was lying to me all along. It was really, really painful. But, and he probably has a drinking problem.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How old was he?
20.
I see.
Just turned 20.
All right.
I don't know. These things might sort themselves out. You've done some recovery. You're working on Al-Anon. You need some more growth. You need some more experience. You've made some bad choices with the guys. Maybe the instinct to pull back was actually a good one. You just didn't really listen to it. Maybe this is the wrong relationship.
Yeah. Well, you mean the lying alcoholic guy?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, maybe that was.
How dare you?
Maybe that actually was an instinct that was good. I don't know. I think she just needs to. She's 19. She's working a program.
Yeah.
I bet these things will kind of sort out.
Well, and also, she's the kind of person, let me tell you something, intimacy is something that goes last. I mean, intimate relationships.
What do you mean it goes last?
When you sort yourself out.
Oh, it gets better
What happens is, what I'm saying is people, they drink or they do coke or they have an eating disorder, they do whatever. They get that under control.
Yeah.
They start going to meetings.
Yeah.
They got 18 months sobriety under their belt.
Right.
They're feeling pretty good about themselves. They're exercising. Their relationship with the family's better. Their work's better. Everything's better. Yet they're still having rocky relationships.
Sure.
And they want to know why. They've got themselves in order. They got their S together. Why not this? Why don't I just clear up this department? This department is much more involved. It takes much longer.
Yes, it's the most complex and most sensitive.
Even though you've gotten you were a mess at 17 and you're on top of the world at 19, this one may not clear up until 26.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, start drinking again. Chad?
Yeah.
You're 19.
Yeah.
What's up?
Nothing. I was actually just wondering if you guys could call my girlfriend, try and salvage our relationship.
All righty. I got her number. You want me to call her on her cell, or is she at home?
She's at home.
All right. And you think she'll pick up the phone?
Yeah.
And what do you mean salvage?
Well, you ever have one of those relationships where you get kind of mad at her for some reason, like not a big reason, but one of those little reasons, and then go have a few beers with buddies and then just talking like locker room trash to them?
I'm not sure we can salvage this one, or maybe we don't even want to.
Well, now, here's what we can do, Chad. If there is an event to undo, I think we can undo it. But if it's an overall type thing, we can't do it.
Well, I'm not sure he comes in and abuses her, and we're supposed to make that okay?
No, I didn't abuse her at all.
I thought you said you came back and said something to her.
No. I was just talking with buddies. I was just like kind of upset, and I was just talking with buddies, and I was all just, dude, I don't know. I'm upset because I just got kind of jealous of her because she was going somewhere with a bunch of her friends.
So what is to salvage then? What is it? The issue?
Why is she mad?
Yeah.
She broke up with me because she said, because I was talking to my buddies, and I was like, well, I don't know if I should break up with her or something like that. And she just basically is over my jealousy and was over me saying...
Why do you keep referring back to what you spoke?
Stop talking about you and your buddies putting back some beers. Was she sitting next to you?
No, she wasn't.
So,
okay.
Why was she mad?
Why do you keep going back to what you said to your buddies if she wasn't privy to that information?
I don't know. She just...
I'm not sure we want to solve this one.
That's having trouble connecting the dots here.
Yeah.
Chad, you went out with your buddies and put back a few beers and talked about her.
Yeah.
Chad's 19, by the way.
What does she know about what you said about her?
Well, all right. It's kind of a long story. I didn't want to get into it.
For Christ's sake.
It's not a long story, though, so I'll keep it short.
All right.
It's a long story, but it's not a long story.
Did one of your buddies tattle on you? Did you come home?
Because one of my buddies is dating dating her.
All right. Well, there you go. That's the connection we're looking for, Einstein.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. It's like you keep saying you went over here and said something not in front of this person. How the F are we supposed to know how they found out? Just say one of your drunken buddies squealed on you.
Sorry.
There we go. All right.
And that's what made her break up.
Yeah.
And you don't feel that way. You actually feel differently.
No, I am deep, dead in love with her.
Have you told her that?
Yes.
How does she react to that?
She said that she still loves me too.
Well, we need to get her side of the story.
Chicks always say
no. Chad, you're going to have to sit and listen while we get her side of the story, though.
All right.
But Chad, you give Sarah the number off the air, and then we'll.
Did.
All right. Is Sarah? Hold on a second, Chad. First off, you got to break with any guy named Chad. Too immature.
What do they get called when they grow up? By their middle name or something?
I don't know, like Chadwick, Chadley, Chadford, Chadman. What's Chad short for?
I don't know. Chadwick?
Chadwick?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What'd you ask him?
No. That's going to be a long story. Oh, my buddies was telling what my mom when she was naming me.
Chester, maybe? Yeah. Charles?
My buddies drinking beer with my mom when they were looking through a book of names. Yeah. Hey, Sarah, so what are we going to do? We're going to call Chad's better half? Okay. This is great radio. I'm talking to Sarah. What do you see, Sarah?
We're going to take a break.
She's staring at the floor. All right, we'll take a little break. Drew, get some money out. We got to get something from that vending machine.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that.
I'm peckish.
Where's your popcorn?
Oh, where's my popcorn?
Let's find out. Let's find out.
All right, we're going on a popcorn quest. We may not be back if we don't find it. We may have to make a run. And then we'll get
Chad back.
We'll get Chad back, and we'll get Chad's girlfriend. We'll get to the bottom of this after this.
Hello? Who's this?
This is Loveline. 1-800-LOVE-191. Loveline. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Loveline, I'm Adam. That is Drewski over there. When we left off, we're speaking, we got a big tub of popcorn now, which somehow tastes stale, even though it just came right out of the bag.
Yeah.
You getting that vibe?
Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of weird.
All right, let's take it easy. Don't eat that into the mic, Drew. It's not going to be easy. When we left off, we're speaking to Chad. Chad is 19, went out, put a few beers back with some of his bros. Then one of them squealed when he talked about his old lady. She broke up with him. Chad's still in love, wants her back, wants to see if we can patch things up for her.
We're going to hear her side of the story.
Yeah, that's right. That is Carrie. Carrie's, how old is Carrie? Carrie?
17.
17. What's up there, Carrie? Drew, easy on the corn.
Right.
Nothing. How are you?
What happened to the relationship with Chad?
Well, I'm sure you probably already heard his side of the story.
Yeah, we want to hear yours.
Where to start? We have gone out for probably 15 months, on and off, a lot. I think that we both kind of have issues with being jealous of stuff that we shouldn't. But, there's lots of little stuff that has led me to be kind of
Oh, hold on. Drew, I'm going to go catch a nap in Likes' office. She come wake me up when she tells us why they broke up.
Right. Well, I think where she's building to is something that we hear all the time is that she's been this thing's been over for a long time.
We went out to Chi-Chi Fridays, and I had the bacon club.
Light on the
got
lettuce,
the ranch
light
fries.
mayo, extra mustard. So, but he
bottomless ice.
She's been telling him for a long time this is over.
That was our first date.
I'm going back to eating popcorn. But the point is, though, he sees this whole thing as it just all of a sudden, out of the blue, one night I talked to a friend and pow, the whole thing's over.
Guys always.
There's the point is, I gave him
the best months of your life?
A ton of chances to not be this way. And
I'm not saying that it was a bad relationship, and it's not. And it's just the fact that, there's more to it than I could ever explain to you guys on the phone.
Yes, but was there
more, you're never going to know all of it, so you can't judge the situation.
Right, but that's where you're wrong. I judge people just based on their skin color. I don't need to know anything.
But you do.
No, I don't. I make plenty of judgments. That's all I do all night.
Right,
I do it when I'm driving. I do it when I'm on the phone. I cast judgment all the time.
Here's the deal.
I know the person.
You're done with this relationship. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
You're done, period.
You're done because in 15 months, he's been a certain way. You know what way that is.
And you don't want to be with that
And
anymore.
he ain't changing too fast. Is that accurate?
He'll change, but then
Forget the details. Just get to the bottom line here. You're not open to it again. That's it.
Well,
right?
Don't talk her out of it.
No, I'm just curious. That's her position.
I just want to not have to deal with stuff right now. Like,
Ooh. What do you mean?
Just not have to deal with having.
Chad?
No, it's. I don't even know why I'm even discussing this with you guys right now.
Well, what's up in your life?
Just like school and stuff, and
Do you feel a lot of pressure?
yeah.
Has Chad put more pressure on you?
No, not usually, but it kind of puts a strain on things when we get in fights about stupid stuff, and
Right.
then he won't accept my apology, and we will fight about it, and never seems to get completely cleared up, and it all just adds up.
Mm-hmm. So is he a jealous guy?
Probably just as much as I'm a jealous girl.
Uh-huh. So you two both have an energy, and you clash a little bit.
Yeah.
And you've been asking for change for some time, and he hasn't accommodated that?
It's not that he doesn't try to accommodate, but somehow it always ends up to go, like, he'll start going back to
All right.
doing some of the stuff he did before.
Do you want to hear what he has to say?
Sure.
Yeah, let's put him on. How do we put him on? Drew, put him on at the same time, would you? Chad?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you heard that. It's not sounding too great.
No, I know.
I still see a little bit of light under the door.
You guys were just supposed to call her and tell her how much I love her and that I want her back, though.
Yeah, I know, but she's heard that BS before.
Yeah.
I mean, 15 months. Come on.
Yeah.
She's heard it all. And this is what women do. They hear a lot of talk, they listen for a while, and then eventually they tune out.
Yeah.
I think Carrie's tuning out. But, Chad, why don't you give Carrie a quick pitch as to why she should be back in this relationship?
Well, I know you don't want to hear that I'll change again because I know that you've heard it before, and what's to think that I won't just change again for a little bit and then stop. But you mean more to me than anything in the world, and I can't even describe it. But I just love you very, very much, and I want to work everything out and just be with you.
Chad, this is Adam Carolla. I'm representing Carrie in the relationship. I think you're only making these claims of change because you've been dumped and shooken up.
Not at all.
I bet if my client never dumped you, it'd just be business as usual for you.
Well, Adam, you've been in a situation where when you get back in,
it
is business as usual.
You go right back to your old ways. You give it a few days, but then you're right back in. Why should we believe that's not going to be the case this time around?
Because I don't usually realize that, like, I take stuff out in stupid ways and I act like a dumbass sometimes over stupid stuff. But I realize, though, it's like sometimes I don't realize what I've got until I've lost it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I know, like, she said before, you know, I don't know if I could do this again because we've been on and off a couple of times.
Well, now, see, that was going to be my next question. How many times has this been?
Like 5.
Uh-oh.
But see, that's the thing. Instead of we get in like little arguments, we break up over them instead of talking about
Yeah.
it, getting them straightened out. You know?
Yeah, but on the other hand, maybe you guys are trying to force something along that wasn't meant to go along. I know it. I know how it is, especially when you're a guy and you're 19. You just think every relationship is going to be your last one.
No, not even that.
All right. Ooh.
Seriously, like it's not. I don't even think that, but I just know that how special she is and how much she means to me.
All right, Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? You want to try one more time?
I think I don't really want to discuss this in front of...
No, we don't have any listeners.
Oh, really?
No.
That's ironic.
What do you think? You're angry at Chad, aren't you? Why are you angry at him? Because he's disappointed you? Because he hasn't changed?
Yeah. It's...
Right.
See, like I said before, there's like so much more to the situation.
Oh, I know. But listen, I know what it is.
You guys can judge it and make it part of your show and pick it apart and make jokes about it, but you'll never know.
Hey, Chad?
Yeah.
Carrie sounds like a pain in the ass. Is she good looking?
I'm a pain in the ass, and I'm a big bitch most of the time. But
Right.
that's who I am.
Right. Hey, Chad?
Yeah.
Why don't you find someone who's a little more laid back?
She is laid back, though. She's beautiful,
Yeah,
and
she's laid back like a Dalmatian on a double cappuccino.
No way. She's the greatest.
I don't know. I've just met Carrie. I'm not impressed. Carrie, you're good looking though, right?
I'm not out to impress you, Adam, my friend.
Are you good looking?
She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, Chad?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are your personalities are working out too well. I got a bad vibe about this one. She needs a more artistic type.
I am artistic.
That's what I'm saying. You need a more artistic kind. Chad, no one named Chad is artistic, A, number one.
All right.
And B, number two, he's going out and slamming
Well, why
beers.
don't you guys call each other once you got there here and sort of see what you want to do with this. This is not a way to end it here, certainly.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Just reconnect.
I don't know.
Decide what you wanna
Listen,
do.
you guys have broken up 5 times. I say this should be the last time. That's it. Chad, you need to move on, buddy. I know you're all wound up in getting her back, but why? Why are you acting out?
Because
why are you telling your buddies that you should break up with her if you're so in love with her?
Because it was one of those just dumb things that I...
No, that's not dumb. That's not dumb.
No, because have you ever said stuff that was completely irrelevant, that didn't mean anything at the time? You wake up the next morning, you're like,
No.
what the hell did I say?
Quite the contrary. You've said things that you denied yourself had meaning.
Right.
That ended up having quite a bit of meaning.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Chad, if you're sitting around drinking beer telling your buddies you're thinking about breaking up with her, you're thinking about breaking up with her. This is not the love of your life. It's like if you had a car that you loved and adored, you wouldn't go out with your buddies, get drunk, talking about selling it. You'd be talking about waxing it. You'd be giving Carrie a little armor all. You think about that, Chad. I want you to think about why you're so desperate to get back with someone you were talking about breaking up with. What's that part of you? Why is this triggering?
People are
that in you?
scared to death of losing that
Yeah.
idealized
Same
other.
way.
Yeah.
Oh,
when you were that age, when you were 19, imagine how you clung on to stuff.
Oh, you have it's like Velcro.
Yeah.
Jesus, that Carrie sounds like a pain in the ass. So, Chad's got his hands full. He really does. Chad's the artistic type. Carrie needs an older guy who's a little bohemian. Chad's a goofball who wants to chug some beers with his buds and then talk smack. Chad needs a goofy, good-looking chick who's not too bright. Carrie's good-looking, but she's a pain in the ass. Thank you. All right, ready to move forward? here?
Okay.
And Carrie's angry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it didn't sound like she was just angry at Chad.
No.
It sounded like she had some
Global
general
angry. Hostility.
global hostility. Yes, and I could see those two fighting pretty good. Ruben?
Yeah, that's me. What's up, man?
Hey, you're 25, Peppy.
I am. How you doing?
Good.
Good. I'm working right now, so if there's a little static, then I apologize.
What are you doing?
I'm driving a taxi right now, and that's what my story in question relate to.
Yeah, wait a minute. You're not calling from L.A. or New York.
No, I'm calling from Palm Springs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I landed here on Thanksgiving for Thanksgiving with some friends, and I decided to stay on for about 6 months.
No, it's amazing because you have almost no accent.
From where? Where'd you land from? Okay, this is that.
I'm from New York.
Why don't you ask him about that?
I'm from Ithaca, New York, to begin with.
Okay, hold on a second, though.
We've been to Ithaca. Hey, Ruben.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a quick question about taxi cabs.
Yeah, what's up?
How important is it that they have the goddamn scanner up at 10 when I'm sitting in the back seat and they're not paying any attention to it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know. What's your name, first of all?
What's my name?
Is it Adam?
Yes.
Adam. Okay, well, the importance of having the radio up
Yeah.
is because if there's an important transmission that comes in from another driver, like, let's say there's a call along the way.
Driver down?
Yeah.
Code 11?
Yeah, you know. Anything,
Sure.
You know, like...
Yeah, but why do couldn't you just have it loud enough so that you could hear it? Because every time I get in a cab, it's like, yeah, everybody's going to the airport. That's great. He's just taking a shuttle. Okay. Yeah. Rahi, out to the airport. Should patch you out there. Picking up the Candiani residents is on the airport. Today's Partini and Devonshire coming in train. Well, he gassed it up. He had the wrong, and I'm just sitting back there going, now I'm driving the cab.
Doesn't always sound like though they're in like a metal room, a cave, and they're standing about 6 feet away from the microphone, yelling at it.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm the passenger in the cab. I ain't the co-cab pilot. You understand? I feel as if I should be pushing some buttons and flipping some levers at this point. I don't want to be that. I'm not that fascinated by the cab process to be that involved by it. Shut that goddamn scanner down, or at least turn it down low enough so that only you can hear it. I swear to Christ, I know everything that's going on from the dispatch office every time I get in a cab. And I've driven around the world 3 times in a cab, and I've never had a driver respond to anything that was said. If they were getting back to the person and they were getting some useful information, then I wouldn't be as critical of it. But they never address it. We just hear it. So turn that thing down. That's what I'm saying.
Dude, right on.
All right, turn it up now, though. Let me hear. Put the phone down there.
You want to hear? Why don't you hear a shout out from my dispatcher?
Let's hear what's going on.
Press the button here, and then.
Well, just turn it up. I want to hear some. I want to hear some conversation.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hold on. What's going on here?
So one
83 to 84. You want to give a shout out to what's your name again? Whoever's on the radio.
You're a big fan of the show, Ruben. Hey, Ruben.
Yeah, well, no, my dispatcher.
Adam and Dr. Drew.
There you go. That's what it sounds like. But
they aren't stoners. They're usually some weird Johnny Quest
nationality.
Yeah.
Hey,
man,
Ruben.
I had to pass the drug test to get this job. Come on, man. Give me some credit.
All right. Well, he had one of your buddies urinate in a glass for you. So what is your question?
Oh, anyway, the story goes like this, and this is true. I'm 3 weeks into the job, right? Last week, I'm on my first night alone dispatching, right? And this means I'm the only driver out there. And
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. And what happens is that this guy's staring at me through the window of the cab, right? And I think he's weird, but whatever. You know, he's money. So, like, you know, he gets in and he says, take me to San Lorenzo. I don't know where that is yet. So I ask another driver, whatever, and I'll cut to the chase. During the ride, he starts jacking off in the passenger seat, and he's staring at me the entire time.
Yeah. Well, that's why you got that plexiglass shield in there, right?
No, we don't have it, man. We don't have it because this Palm Springs is
I see. I see.
That. So he's like sitting in the passenger seat, and I'm like looking at him, and he sees that I've noticed.
Well, he's in the back seat, right?
No, he's in the passenger seat, man. I made the mistake of letting him sit next to me.
Why don't you put him on your lap and let him steer?
How did you figure you wouldn't notice, by the way?
Well, I don't know, man. I don't think he was trying. I think that was his game, man. You know, he was getting off on it.
All right, so you threw him out of the cab.
Well, no, I didn't throw him out right away. I drove him back to the place I picked him up from, and you know, the fare was $7.88, but I was like, hey man, don't worry about the fare, just get out of the cab.
Yeah.
And he throws a 20 on the seat.
All right, fine. And,
yeah.
It's still stuck to its seat, right?
What's that?
It's still stuck to the seat?
Yeah, there's a little bit of jizz on there.
Oh, fantastic.
Nice.
All right, Rowan. Thanks for that story. I don't know what his question was. I just had to hang up before he asked me who I was one more time. How many times? Why are you calling in? Yeah, Bob Hope Drive. I'm going to Palm Desert Drive. I got a fare insurance. Oh, it never ends in those. It never ever ends, and they never talk back to them. All right, I got some things I'd like to change. That's all.
When you're in charge.
You ever take cabs in New York and they have those pre-recorded things in there? Hello, this is Eartha Kitt. You know me as Catwoman. It's like, yeah. So put your seatbelt on. And I'm like, yeah. Eartha Kitt. Yeah, sure.
And taxi character.
Yeah, Catwoman. I when I think of Catwoman, I think passive restraint. That's what I think. I think airbags, shoulder harnesses, side impact beams. I think about automotive safety. I've always have. Because that was one of her sidelines in Batman. She not only played Catwoman, but I think she worked for the GM company doing safety testing.
Judd Hirsch is the other one, right?
Judd Hirsch, yeah. All right, you guys got to go to New York and get in a cab and listen to all the half-baked celebrities. You know you've bottomed out as a celebrity when you're doing pre-recorded cab messages for the city of New York about putting your belt on.
Nice.
And by the way, I've never put a belt on in one of those cabs. We will take a break. We'll be back.
Hello? Is this Loveline?
Call 1-800-LOVE-191. Adam and Dr. Drew will be right back.
She's just true. We almost got through that bag of popcorn in the break.
Time for another one.
We shouldn't have talked. I think we both could have squeezed in another 18 to 25 kernels had we not had that sort of chatter
and
in
breathing.
between. Yeah. No more. Okay, mental note. No breathing while I'm eating. Eric?
Yeah.
You're 17.
Yeah.
What's up?
How's it going? Well, I have a problem. Basically, every time I have sex with my girlfriend, we've been having sex for about 3 months now, and basically, I keep coming after about 3 minutes, and nothing has changed. Like, every single time, it seems like.
Can you do a second round here?
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It just, like, I've
What
heard
happened the second time around?
basically, I don't know. It's basically the same, a little bit longer, but it's the same idea. I don't know what to do.
How about another time around?
Kind of painful after that. But, I mean, I've listened to your show a lot, and basically I've heard you guys talk about how after a while you can build up a tolerance maybe or something, but it never happened to me.
At 17, it's tough.
You mean to sex?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're screwed.
No.
Huh? I mean, it comes real fast,
He'll
right?
figure it out. He'll figure it out.
Well, I never said you could build up a tolerance.
Well, you always tell people to...
Like, not a tolerance, but it gets easier to go longer as time
Right, to
goes
masturbate beforehand.
Well, you just don't care.
on.
At 17, you think potentially you're going to be the world's greatest lover, and then you realize you suck. Do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Is she a steady? Been that way for a while?
Yeah. It's 7 months.
7 months.
Yeah, pretty kind of long, I think.
Yeah, that's 6 years when you're my age. So, listen, Eric, is she cool? I mean, can you talk about this stuff?
Yeah.
All right. You see, you sound fairly adjusted. You sound like you get your feet on the ground. You communicate with her. You guys have a decent relationship. It's just the kind of thing you just work out.
Mm-hmm.
Is she upset by it?
No, I mean...
No magic
you'll
answer.
Work this out. You'll work this out.
Yeah, I mean, how about some of that dong-numbing cream you order in the back of the Hustler magazine?
No.
Wisdom of the Orient brought to the States.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah. You can't rub a little Coke on your dork before you get it on?
Yeah, that could work.
No, come on.
No. How about a little... Hey, Drew? Seriously. How about a little, like, Preparation H?
No.
How about something that numbs a little bit?
There's some very powerful numbing agents out there, but that's
what about it?
I'm not...
What about numbing that dork a little bit?
It's an interesting idea, but I don't
Numb
think...
down. What about it? It's not going to hurt you. I mean, hell, if you can rub a tube of it on your ass, certainly put a little dollop on the joint.
Yeah, but I don't know that it would make a difference. I mean, think it's a spinal reflex. I mean, think about...
On the other hand, she may not have a bunch of ass cream up her.
That's true. She gets numb, too.
Oh, interesting. Hey, Eric?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think I'm coming on to something with this Preparation H.
Put a condom on over the lidocaine jelly.
Ooh. Do you wear a condom?
Yeah.
Hey, Eric,
Mm-hmm.
do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is a numbing agent, Drew?
Xylocaine.
Xylocaine?
Yeah.
What would you use that for?
Like gum, numbing gum up and things.
Yeah, but that might be a little tough on the sensitive skin down there that covers the Johnson. What about a little Preparation H? What does that do?
You're hell-bent on that.
Yeah, I like the ass cream. Well, it's the same region. Does that numb you? Would that numb you?
I don't
What
think
does Preparation H do?
Shrinks inflamed tissues.
What is that? What hemorrhoid cream does?
Yeah.
So what would have some numbing? So some of that, like Oragel, something like that, would have like a numbing effect.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, if you're slapping it inside your mouth, that ain't going to hurt you.
What's the xylocaine jelly again?
Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
Go down to the drugstore.
By the way, I'm not recommending
Drew
this.
does not endorse this, and I'm not a doctor, but I got a gut feeling about this one.
Oh, okay.
Grab just a little bit of that Oragel, just a little dab of that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Stuff you put on your wisdom tooth when it hurts.
Right.
Spread just a little dollop of that on the dork, and then put the condom over that.
Okay.
Now, don't get any on the outside of the condom. Keep it on the inside.
All right.
Now, you think that will eat away the condom?
When you get the urethritis, so that'll be nice.
Oh, really? You don't think that'll work? Drew does think it'll work. Put a little on the Johnson, see what it does.
Okay.
All right.
All right, thanks.
Good times, buddy.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. You numb that penis. You get an extra couple strokes out of it. Huh? That's good times, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm on to something. I could get some of that for myself. Mikey?
Yeah.
Are you Mickey or Mikey?
Mikey.
What's up there, Mikey?
Well, first I wanted to know if TV Guide was right in saying that you were resigning from Loveline.
I don't. You mean that article that was on Jimmy?
Kimmel? Yeah.
I don't know. Did it say I was resigning from Loveline?
Yeah, it said you'd already left Loveline.
Well, maybe they're talking about the TV show.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought, but it didn't say anything about Drew. It just said about you.
Well, America doesn't know Drew's name, so it'd be confusing to them. And the long-winded explanation would take up too many words on the page.
Okay.
No, I'm here. I'm completely.
Everyone knows that I was my sidekick, so
I'm completely committed to this show, at least for another 30 seconds. So hurry.
Okay. The other thing I wanted to talk about is that girl Michelle who called earlier.
Yes.
And I wanted to say that she really needs to get help now, because almost the same thing happened to me. I was sexually abused from the time I was 6, and I went to a therapist finally when I was 23, but I had to leave him after 9 months, and he then maintained the relationship with me as a daddy.
Yeah.
And he physically and sexually abused me for over 2 years.
It's amazing the way we find those people.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, Mikey. Unfortunately, we're out of time. I'm sorry about that. I really am.
Okay.
And I hope you're doing okay now.
Well, I am, and I just wanted to say that she needs to get help now so she doesn't go through the garbage I went through.
Yes, and I'm glad.
It's a great message.
I'm glad you called up and sent that message. And I guess the more important message was don't find a therapist. He's going to call you. You're going to call him daddy, and he's going to continue raping her.
Recommended by somebody.
Was that her message?
Legitimate.
All right, we'll be back. Well, there you have it. Another fabulous episode of Loveline. In the can, as we call it. Tomorrow night, Crazy Town will be in here. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Wilkins-Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.
Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. And our guest, who was going to be Vinnie Jones from Snatch, cannot make it in tonight. He's fallen ill, or his schedule will not permit it. I don't know what the deal is. As you know, though, Drew, I'm one of the few talk show hosts in America who does not like guests, and I'm fine when no one shows up.
You usually lean into them a little bit, though, when they don't show.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Less work for me. That's the way I look at it. To me, when a guest doesn't show up here at my job, it's like...
One page of reading you don't have to do.
Well, half a page. I don't read the whole bio page. How dare you?
Loveline.
Dr. Drew's a board-certified...
Loveline, coast to coast.
Yep, it is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. All right, earning his money, everybody. That's right.
See what you're going to do.
One syllable for every 700 sentences I utter, and I get paid the same goddamn amount.
If I speak up, it's "Don't you smell a joke coming?"
Quiet down. Quiet down.
See what I'm saying?
How dare you try to steal my thunder in front of the band? Mike, Joe, and Chester are all here from Lincoln Park. This is a band that impressed Dr. Drew, and unless
and
there's...
you.
And me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying I'm easily impressed, but with you, unless there's a fat chick in a Viking helmet and a chest plate singing, you're not easily impressed.
That's true.
And that's exactly what we bring to the table.
Yeah,
that's describes the band.
We happened to see Lincoln Park when the mother station, K-Rock out here, was doing the fantabulous acoustic Christmas. And we don't usually see too many bands, but we always see the band before the next band that we have to announce.
Right.
because they always get us out there too early, and then we stand around and watch the bands, pretty much the full set of the band before we bring the next band out.
And usually we stand there and complain about the band.
That's right. Yes, we sound like the old guys from the Muppets. These kids, what are they listening to?
Oi.
This is noise. This is not music. I can't tap my foot to this.
What's coming next? Oh, my God.
Speak into the horn. I can't hear you. But Linkin Park was up, and Drew and I and myself were very, very impressed. We really enjoyed it.
Thank you very much. We do appreciate that.
Yeah, Drew.
I'm going to cry now.
And this wasn't, we didn't know you guys were coming on the show or anything. Drew just kept looking at me going, hey, these guys are really
I said,
good.
Isn't this is not what I said, but isn't this what those other bands are supposed to be?
Yes, you did
thank
say
you very
that.
much.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Damn. Yeah, he did say that. So there you go. Very high praise from Dr.
You should see the look on Mike's face right now.
Holy crap. Thanks, Drew. Jeez.
Hybrid Theory is the name of the CD. We will hear something off of that. I think we'll do, since Linkin Park is, you guys are a relatively new band, and people around the country are just getting familiar with your work, we ought to hear one of the hits so everyone can put the band with the song, put them together, and then when we come back, they'll know who we're talking about. All right? If they don't already know. Anderson, you queued up over there?
One Step Closer is the song.
Here it is. Hey, there you go. There's the band there. That's Linkin Park. Hybrid Theory is the name of the CD, and just so it doesn't sound like I'm doing all the talking for the band, you guys lean into that mic and tell us where we can find you, what's coming up, what to look for.
Well, you can always find us on our website, which is linkinpark.com. And
you better spell that just for the uninitiated.
Just in case somebody hasn't seen the name around, it's spelled Linkin. And we've been around for about 4.5 years.
A new band, Adam, like you said.
And,
well, they are a relatively
they're new on
band.
the scene.
But this is our first record that we've ever made.
Thank you.
So that does kind of count as kind of like a new thing.
Album's been out for 6 months. So basically, at this point, we're coming up on our very first headlining tour. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're taking out Taproot with us
in a week.
And is he doing the whole country?
Yeah, pretty much. We're starting up in Seattle, working the West Coast for about a third of the tour, and then the other 2/3 are trying to get back east.
So if people want to find out some of those dates, they can go onto the website?
Of course.
That's
right. The website actually knows more than we do.
Yeah.
Amazingly. The people that actually run the website end up getting the information before the band does. It's kind of amazing.
All right, let's hop on the phones, and speak to Deanna. Deanna?
Hi.
You're 16.
Yeah. My question is, my boyfriend and I, we were having sex, and the condom, it fell off. It, just fell off. And we were using, spermicidal lubrication, and he didn't ejaculate. I mean, we stopped when we found out that it did. And I wanted to know, the chances of, if I could get pregnant or not. How bad would it be?
Is he a dribbler?
Yeah.
He is a dribbler. You know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Jesus, I wish someone knew that about me when I was 16.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
22 years later, no one knows.
Okay, well.
But you had the spermicidal jelly. Is that worth a damn?
Not really. It really isn't. When did this happen?
Well, why use it then?
It's a good question. It's sort of a just in case thing.
Well, this is it.
Last night. It happened last night.
The thing to do is get the morning after pill. Absolutely, this is the perfect time for that. You have another 24 hours to get it. You know what that is?
Yeah, I do.
It's not RU46. It's either Prevent or Plan B or Overall or Low Overall. There's different ways to get it. Just take the pill. It's within 3 days of this kind of contact, any kind of unprotected sexual contact. Mm-hmm. Usually it's 2 pills at that period of time, and then 2 pills 12 hours later, and it prevents pregnancy with about 75% effectiveness. And it does it by preventing the eggs from being released, just like your birth control pill would work normally.
Right.
And you also might want to consider having more than one condom.
Wearing more than one condom?
Or just having more than one available.
Yeah, but once it slips off, that's it.
Yeah.
She's exposed.
That's true.
You didn't even ask her if she wanted to have the kid. What, is she 16?
She's 16.
Yeah. All right.
I recommend tape.
Hey,
Scotch or masking?
Hey, a pipe cleaner will work nicely. We'll watch the circulation, do permanent damage. Deanna?
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not the most flattering sign when the thing just falls off.
For him. Not for her?
Or for the young lady. I mean, it means that maybe there was a certain arousal situation that wasn't there.
Or a certain anatomic proportion.
Yeah,
issue.
how's he doing there?
Well, he was, like, way up on top and kept pulling it, like, all the way out, and it just kind of, like, fell out.
I see.
Yeah.
She misses the point of what you're getting after here.
Right. It may have gotten caught on a rogue pubic hair. That's happened. That's happened to me a time or two.
Actually,
Snap that thing
the
right
feathers
off.
that stick out of the comforter sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. Little gust of wind gets caught up under there.
Yeah.
Flip it like an Indy car going 200 miles an hour. Rachel?
Hi.
Hey, you're 19. What's up?
Yeah. I wanted to say, Adam, you're funny. I like you.
Great.
My mom loves you, too.
Thank you.
And I wanted to talk to Linkin Park. You guys are cool. I never listened to that type of music before, and I heard it on MTV. And then, like, I just went out and I bought the CD, and I love every single song. And I just wanted to know, like, what inspired you guys?
People like you. Seriously, actually, just growing up with all these different types of music that we enjoy. We've all enjoyed, different styles: punk rock, hip hop,
You guys are from
electronic
LA,
music. Yeah, the majority of us are from LA and
Glendale.
Yeah,
the two of us are from Glendale area. Chester's actually the only one who's not from LA.
Yeah, they actually found me 600 miles away in Phoenix somehow. And so, but we all got together, and we pretty much, the whole idea was just to try to cross as many bridges of music that we could, and bring in all the different things that inspired us and that we enjoy. So I'm glad that you like it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, because, like, I was hearing, like, the hip-hop in there, and that's what really got me. And also, my boyfriend just dumped me, and I've been listening to the song In the End, and, like, I just completely can relate with that song. I mean, I like every single song, but that song, that's my song right there.
Right, it's about anal
really
sex.
Good. I love you.
What? Oh, no,
Thanks, Rachel.
The band is flattered, Rachel.
Before Adam abuses you any further.
No, I was just explaining the song. I read the liner notes. Robert?
Yeah?
You're 15. What's up?
Not much. I just want to say Linkin Park, you guys rule.
Thank you very much.
And Adam, you're one of my heroes.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm watching Loveline right now, the trampoline.
The Man Show.
Yeah, that's like
that's right.
Best show ever on television.
Why, thank you.
The other week I was in a fight at school, and he kicks me in the balls. And particularly my left one is really hurting, and I have to lie down for it to stop hurting.
Why don't you see a doctor about this?
I told my parents, and they said they'll take me in a couple days, but I'm just wondering what it might be.
Is it couple days? Yeah, that's nothing to wait for, Jim Robert.
You might want to get on a bus and get down to the doctor on your own.
Absolutely.
Oh, honey, don't worry. It's okay. It'll be fine. Just massage it.
Just walk it off.
Is it swollen up?
Wait till the keg's empty.
Is it
It'll
swollen?
go flat, for Christ's sake.
Just take another hit of this. You'll be okay.
Is there swelling?
It seems a little bigger than the right one.
Yeah, you can fracture. They can die.
Die?
They can be an emergency. You can get peritonitis. I mean, it is a very serious issue. If you're having that much pain, does the pain go up into the abdomen at all?
Sometimes.
Yeah, you got to get seen right away. This is not something to wait for. If the pain gets bad tonight, you got to go to the emergency room tonight.
Yeah, it's not like a pair of teeth. They don't grow back.
That's right.
The last one of these I saw was from a hockey puck, and it was there was a fracture, just like a hard-boiled egg, cracked open.
Oy vey.
And they were able to sew it back up.
Robert?
Yeah?
But they left the puck in? Robert? Did he intentionally kick in the nuts?
Yeah, I think so.
The fight.
Well, I know, but sometimes you're rolling around, you take a knee in the groin or something. Were you on the ground and he just kicked you right in the
I was
nuts?
standing there. I threw a punch at him, and then he kicked me with his left foot right in the balls.
Let me see. Do you think that was intentional?
Yes.
Yes, it was very.
Yeah, but Robert was like, maybe it was.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
what do you mean?
You should
All
take
right.
pointers from that too. Maybe you should go for the nut shot first.
Yeah, I'll do that next time.
You start with the nuts and then you make your way to the nuts.
Okay.
That's what my dad and mom used to tell me, by the way. Tony?
Hello?
You're 20. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Adam?
Hey.
What's up? Yeah, I had a question. I was adopted at birth. Thank God. And, yeah, and, like, I just found out recently that my real mom is trying to sort of track me down.
How did you come upon that information?
Because I found a note that totally coincidentally, that was left out by my mom. That was like from her, and my adopted mom didn't like show it to me, and I was sort of, I'm like now just questioning the whole thing, and I'm just like thinking about it all the time, and it's always in my mind. And
what do you mean? I know. Hold on a second there. Hold on,
Sherlock,
take a breath there. The note from when you were adopted 20 years ago, or a new note?
No, it was about a year ago.
A year ago. And what, your mom just was rummaging through some things and pulled it out and left it on the kitchen table? What happened here?
It was sort of, I just found it in a drawer that she probably, like, just stuffed it in randomly to hide.
And what exactly did the note say?
And it was just like, I've just been interested in, just sort of trying to, she wanted to see me.
Well, it's sort of like Pandora's...
Wait a minute.
It wasn't like...
Hold on a second. Really, hold on. I'm still a little confused here. Did mom is in contact with...
Yes.
With biological mom and adopted mom are in contact?
Yes, a year ago.
A year ago. But maybe in contact after this,
yes,
too.
Right.
So they have a relationship.
We don't know. Maybe the letter was sent, the adopted mom never responded.
Maybe an open adoption?
Okay.
What's that?
I think my real mom just dropped it off in the mailbox.
How do you know? Did your mom...
I'm not quite sure that like they talked or anything, because my mom's really trying to hide it.
Okay.
My adopted mom.
Why don't you... It's sort of as though Pandora's box has been opened. Why don't you go ahead and bring it up with your adopted mom? Because it's something that's bothering you.
Okay.
And you should have a chance to at least sort of deal with it with her. If she has a very strong feeling and a reason why you shouldn't make contact, maybe you'll sort of settle down about it. And also being able to sort of share these kinds of feelings with her might help them subside a little bit.
Okay.
Believe me, we get this call pretty now and then.
Oh, yeah, at least every 4 years.
Yeah, and inevitably...
What are you talking about? We don't get this.
What's our advice to these guys usually, though? Because
suicide.
Yeah.
No, what usually happens when they find their adopted parents.
Oh, it's always... listen.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed with my real parents. Where do you find...
no.
Where do you find them? I mean, these are horrible people. They're usually, drug addicts and stuff. They're unfit. That's why they gave you up.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
All right, well, just don't, here's what to do. Set your expectation level very low.
I see of, like, not trying to stir up anything bad again,
Well, our thing is...
It was, like, for good that I was adopted, I guess.
Well, listen, your adopted parents have dedicated their lives to raising you. They've put a big piece of themselves into it.
I love them.
That's right.
From the bottom of my heart.
Finding the biological parents may be something you need to do, but realize it usually is quite a disappointment.
Okay, maybe a little later or something.
But certainly worth talking to your adopted mom about, because it's bugging you. Okay?
All right. And in your 20s, it's time to trying to fly out of the nest.
Oh, no, I'm on my own.
Oh, you are?
Hell no. Think I live at home?
I don't know.
I'm not...
Hey, you're calling Loveline.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, I get it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm watching the Man Show right now.
Yeah, good times.
The idea. Yeah, it is good times.
Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, I'd like to say...
no, that's enough. Tony's giving me a headache.
Yeah, we don't like testimonials, do we? I'd like to say... That's it. Don't start any statement on Loveline with, and one more thing, or I'd like to say...
Yeah, any declarations or shout-outs are frowned on. All right, well, he's out of the house. I think that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Don't you think that's a factor?
Yeah.
All right, I think he's a man now. He can support himself. He can do what he wants. Yeah. Jessica?
Yeah.
You're 19.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Well, I've never enjoyed any kind of physical contact, like kissing or anything like that. And I was just wondering if there's something wrong with me.
Did you ever have anything happen to you that might lead to this?
No, never.
Is it just kissing, or is it all kinds of physical contact?
Well, I've been too uncomfortable with kissing itself to even move on from that.
Really?
Could you be gay?
Well, I'm not really attracted to women. I mean, it doesn't do anything for me.
Are you attracted to men?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you on any medication?
Well, now.
What are you on?
Fexer and Ativan and some stuff for some pneumonia.
Are you an addict also?
No.
You didn't do a bunch of drugs at one time?
Never.
Okay. The Effexor can kind of shut you down. Not as much as some of the serotonin reuptaker drugs, but when you're on these antidepressants, sometimes things like kissing and physical contact seems like almost repulsive. It's like, oh, it doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So the medicines might be adding to something, and you have
but she's always been this way.
I understand, and she has a mood disturbance, which might be creating it, and then whatever circumstances surrounding her becoming down with a mood disturbance, other than biology, might be contributing to this.
A mood disturbance? Is there anything I can do about that?
Yeah, you can take your Effexor.
Okay.
Were your parents, were they close with you?
Yeah, always.
Really?
Yeah.
Too close?
No.
Just healthy close?
Yeah, very healthy close.
Your dad didn't take baths with you, when you
no.
were 17 or anything?
Disgusting.
Have you, Jessica, is there a psychiatrist prescribing the Effexor and the Ativan?
Mm-hmm.
Have you talked to him or her about these feelings?
No.
You got to do that. Because that's something you shouldn't have to suffer with, and there probably is treatment available for you.
Okay.
But the important thing is, people don't bring this stuff up with their doctors. They don't realize that it can be treated as part of sort of what they should expect to feel better about themselves.
Well, I wouldn't do it because I've seen enough porn movies to know that they're going to end up making out and the doctor's going to do it right in the office.
I see. No,
you know what I'm saying?
I've seen those.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
Girl doctor. I don't think that's
that happens there, too.
Yeah, they got those movies, too.
You bring it up, Jessica, okay?
Okay.
That's an important thing for you.
All right.
All right, baby. Good times, though, right? Yeah, okay. I guess not. All right, Linkin Park is the band tonight who's in the Loveline studio. We will take ourselves a little break. When we come back, we'll speak to John, who's with his stepsister.
Ooh.
Want to know if it... what? What's it say? Did it cause he was... Oh, did it because he was horny? All right.
Nice.
We'll...
Humanist.
Sounds like a great guy.
Yeah.
We'll be back after this.
Loveline will be right back, so get your problems ready.
It's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That'd be Dr. Drew over there. Mike, Joe, and Chester are all here from Linkin Park. We will hear something else off of the Hybrid Theory CD a little bit later on in the show, but as promised when we left off, we're going to go back to John, who's 16 years old, had sex with his stepsister. John?
Yeah.
Yeah. How old's your stepsister?
17.
Yeah. And how long had you known her before you nailed her?
Probably like 2 years.
Yeah. Was it kind of weird?
Yeah, at first, but then I don't know. I just went with it. She wanted to put the moves on.
So she initiated this.
Yeah.
How long did you know her before she became your stepsister?
Well, if you want to call falling asleep in front of the TV initiating.
That's right.
Sex.
How dare she?
So she came on to you.
Yeah.
Were you guys intoxicated at all?
No, not really. I had a few beers, but I wasn't intoxicated.
Sure.
I had a few
16,
beers.
yeah.
I know what it's like. You come home from the 11th grade, you want to unwind. Loosen up the tie, throw down the peachy folder, grab a couple of highballs, kick your feet up. It's been a long day. PE, ceramics class, counselor breathing down your neck. Man's got to unwind.
Well, our parents were gone all night, so we planned to drink anyway, but then, I don't know, she started making moves.
Did you guys know each other before you became related?
No.
No. Oh, this is just more evidence of...
you can't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, we act surprised that it does happen, but we should be surprised that it doesn't happen. I mean, you take a couple, they're now 16 and 17, but you take like a 14 and 15-year-old, a couple attractive male and female, put them together, put them on the same roof, separate them by 3 feet of hallway. What do you think's going to happen?
Absolutely.
I mean, if a guy will get on a beanbag chair, for Christ's sake, he'll get on a stepsister.
People should think about that, because that really sums it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like looking at the beanbag chair, looking at the stepsister.
Life lessons on love.
I mean, usually the beanbag chair, it's like that cartoon where the guys are on a deserted island, one turns into a hot dog, that turns into a hamburger.
Exactly.
Usually the beanbag chair will take form.
Turns into a Buxom Blonde.
But when there's actually one there, he might accidentally go over and get the real one.
Hey, John?
Yeah.
Are you guys in love?
No, I don't know. It's just really weird now, though, like, because I live with her, and I like to look at her, and it's kind of awkward now.
Yeah, no kidding.
But are there feelings?
She's just, I don't know, I don't, like, love her like a girlfriend, but she's, like, hot.
Great. Are there other siblings?
No.
Is this something that...
has it happened more than once?
No, only that time.
Okay.
But I don't know how she feels now or anything. I just know that I feel awkward.
She may be into you.
No,
why not?
First of all,
it's totally unhealthy.
How long ago did this happen?
Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks ago.
All right. Well, listen, 2 weeks is a lifetime. If nothing happened since, it's probably not going to happen again. Don't get drunk with her when you're sitting around the house. Just pretend like nothing happened and move on.
You have to really establish boundaries in this family system because it is a terribly unhealthy precedent.
You put some hay bales in front of your door.
Hey, listen, if I were in that house, there'd be like steel boundaries. You know what I'm saying?
You'd have it chained up in the yard.
Absolutely. But
listen to yourself once in a while. Right. I mean, listen, they're a couple of teenagers who, met 18 months ago or something. What are you supposed to tell them?
Ideally.
You know what I mean?
You wonder
they
what
don't know each other that well.
Yeah.
I mean, they might as well just, taking the same class together. Or, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But there's just a certain wall of respect there that you shouldn't cross.
It suggests there's something going on with his stepsister. The fact that a year
initiated
it. No, it's not like initiating it with a blood sibling, but the fact that she didn't respect the boundaries in the household and was sort of acting out. He's just going with it because
he's
16.
A guy.
He's a guy 16. Exactly.
What do you expect? All right, beanbag. All right. So, John.
Yeah.
Okay. So, don't do anything else.
All right.
And enjoy,
Maybe not being alone with her, good idea, if you can organize that.
Can I say, Dr. Drew, you rock? I mean, everyone calls in and says Adam and hey, Lincoln Park, but no one ever calls in.
No, that's right, they don't.
See, that's why, John. Thank you, John. Thanks, John. In fact, good, you didn't make Anderson completely eradicate that comment.
Yeah, we usually
block it out.
Make use of that 6-second delay so we can go back and take out the flattering things said about Drew. We'll get that in the final edit before the East Coast feed tomorrow. Mark?
Yeah.
You're 19, what's up?
All right, let me say how much I love Lincoln Park. I saw you guys in Dallas with TOD.
Thank you very much.
Word.
And a few weeks ago, I found my girlfriend. We were at a club, and she walks off for about, 2 hours. She disappears. And I meet up with her later on that night after she totally vanishes. And she comes back over to my apartment, and she's like, some guys took me or whatever, and she thought she's got all these numbers in her pocket, like 3 different numbers. I don't know who they're to. So I tried to call all 3 of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
all
sure,
right.
Mark. Good night.
Bad prank call.
Yeah, and you could tell there's a problem the way it dragged on. Already we were like, whoa.
He was reading from a script or something.
What was that squeak sound?
I know, we have these like long-winded, open-ended prank calls. Would you just, yell
Figure it out before you dial the number.
Yell the F word and hang up, for Christ's sake. What's going on? These short stories with no endings. And he can't even keep it together during what I would call just the sort of body
the intro,
of the story.
Yeah.
She had this dude's phone numbers.
It's like one of the Pirates of the Caribbean, just drinking and laughing.
Sarah?
Oh, hi.
You're 14.
Hi. Dr. Drew, Adam, you guys are great. Lincoln Park, you guys are cool too.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Basically, my problem is my mom is a drug addict, and I know this because I found the paraphernalia in her room.
For what kind of drugs?
Cocaine, I believe. Yeah.
What'd you find?
I found the drug, and I found blades and straws.
Okay.
And mirrors. And I just wanted, and I thought she quit after, about a year ago. I thought she'd quit, but...
Did she go for treatment? Was she involved in a program?
No, I was just sort of stupid and just thought that she gave it up on her own.
Yeah.
But I found out today that my sister's friend's mom is her drug dealer.
Nice.
And I just wanted to know, what to do about it.
This is going to sound harsh, but frankly, the way you really get the attention of people that are causing harm to their family because of drugs is
fire.
No, law enforcement.
I see.
I mean, when you know a deal's going down, just call police.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
That's what somebody did. That's what happened to what's the actor that just caught in Palm Springs?
Martin Short?
No,
I don't know.
Come on,
Fred McMurray,
Robert
Downey Jr.
Somebody they knew he was in there with drugs, and they
called the cops,
and that's why he's back in treatment.
He got a Golden Globe tonight.
But the cool thing about that guy is that he's not related, and it's not his mom. I think that's really hard to do. Is there like a family member, like your grandparents, you can talk to? Maybe they could.
Well, I think that they know about it, but they're not really doing anything about it.
This is sort of a group of people that are steeped in denial and don't know what to do about it.
But hold on. Let's explore other alternatives before she rats her own mom out, because she's going to be there when the cops show up. It's going to be a tough scene for a 14-year-old. You have any older sisters or older brothers?
No, I'm the oldest. I have a lot of younger siblings. So.
Yeah. Oh, how old are they?
They range from a couple of months.
Oh my God. Okay, that's why people are letting this just go.
Yeah. Okay. And what about your dad or dads? Are they around?
Yeah, they're sort of around. I don't live with them.
Yeah. Is there anybody you trust? Any adult you trust?
Not really.
Nobody. No counselor at school. No neighbor. No church member or anything like that.
No, not really.
Could you find someone?
Maybe.
Because you really do need some help with
how's she going to find somebody?
School, church, as you suggested.
Yeah, but I mean, what's that going to be like?
Going and talking to someone, getting help.
Well, I know, but if she doesn't already have that relationship, it's going to be tough to strike
It's going
up.
to be tough, but it's better than not having someone.
Yeah.
Hey, Sarah?
Yeah?
So there's nobody, does your mom have a brother or sister, an uncle or an aunt for you?
Yeah, she has an aunt, but I mean, I don't know. She's sort of always siding with my mom, and they all believe that, my grandparents know about it, but I just don't know. I don't think they're really helpful.
Well, certainly you can go to those family members that are aware and raise the ante a little bit.
I would enlist their help. I would go to Grandma and Grandpa or her sister and talk to them, although God knows what kind of shape they're in. But talk to them and tell them that you need to devise a strategy and something needs to be done on behalf of the kids.
She needs treatment. She really does. And it's not going to stop by itself. And the biology of cocaine is extraordinarily powerful.
Yeah.
And she needs help.
Yeah.
She's sick.
All right.
And she should get that. And if she can't be awakened to that reality, then somebody's got to shake her into it.
Tough love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry you got to be the parent, Sarah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You've probably been that way. Probably should have been the parent her whole life.
Have you been the parent your whole life?
Well, sort of.
Did you drive yourself home from the hospital?
Yeah, but she probably drove some of her siblings home.
I'm sure.
Well,
if she could have driven.
All right. Drew, shut up. You're so melodramatic.
But you were going with it.
I was there for a second, and I thought, shut up, you retard. You know what you're talking about. Sarah?
Yeah?
I'm sorry. Talk to your grandmother, talk to your aunt, and see what you can work out.
Talk to as many people as you can.
And you need to go to, like, Al-Anon or something like
Alateen.
that, or Alateen, and work on your
Get
stuff,
some support,
too.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
By the
so
way, Adam,
sad.
why is it melodramatic to say that she drove her siblings home from the hospital, but it's not to say that she drove herself home from the hospital when she was born?
I was using hyperbole and artistic license to make a point.
I was
You were
using
serious.
irony. No, I was not.
No, you were not using. You were using crapatry is what you were using. Matthew?
Yes.
You're 21. What's up?
I've been having, when I am sexually aroused, like at foreplay, I've just suddenly been start to sneeze.
Has this always been the case when you've sort of gotten aroused?
Not always. It's not when I masturbate
So
or
it's just when you were the person.
correct.
Are you obsessive compulsive or something?
I wouldn't really.
He sounds it, but why do you associate that with sneezing?
Just because maybe it's a reaction to something. I don't know, because some people
basically Chester's obsessive compulsive.
Yeah, I'm
and that's what
obsessive
happens to
compulsive
him.
too.
Do you sneeze when you get aroused?
Well, no, I have. When I travel, all my bags have to be properly placed,
Yeah.
and they have to stay in that way. So I kind of understand that, but like maybe it's a.
You're afraid the
mental
plane will
thing.
go down if it's not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it makes perfect sense if you think about it. But, I mean, don't make fun of the band. But why did the sneezing part sort of trigger
that,
something
yeah.
in you?
It just sounds like something an obsessive compulsive person would do.
Interesting. He sounds obsessive compulsive.
Yeah,
He has that quality
it just
about him.
sounds. It's something in me. Just triggered. I
That
don't
is
know what it
really
is.
interesting.
Matthew?
Yes, sir.
Would you call yourself obsessive compulsive?
Not really. I mean, ever since I took a microbiology class, I've been washing my hands a lot. But
And do you wipe your ass after number 2? I label anyone who wipes their ass after number 2 obsessive compulsive.
That's right.
That's right.
Doesn't avail themselves of the hose. that
That's
you use.
right. Matthew?
Spray.
Yes, sir.
And is it the kind of thing where you sort of decided that you're going to do it, and so now, from this day forth, you do it?
No, it was honestly what happened was it was one of those things where I was with my ex-girlfriend, my currently ex-girlfriend, and it just happened. And didn't think about it very much. It was just like, oh, okay, I sneezed. Then it started happening again. like constantly every time that we would have sex. And it was one of those things that it was embarrassing at first, but then you kind of got used to it and we started laughing at it. Like when we were out at Walmart or something, I'd sneeze and she'd give me a funny look like I wanted to have sex right then.
Are you on a medication?
No.
Do you have allergies?
Bee stings.
And this is not something. It's not as though I've never heard of this before, because I have. And it makes some sense that during arousal there's all sorts of changes in your vascular tone, and there may be some dilatation of the vessels in the nose, and things may ooze a little bit, may trigger some sneezing.
All right, so what do you think?
I think it's just one of those things.
What can you do?
What I don't understand is why it started all of a sudden with this person. And
it keeps happening.
And it keeps happening. I love the idea that it's some obsessive-compulsive trait, but I've never thought of that.
Well,
he's dealing with it. He's dealing with it.
Yeah, I don't know. What
At
about
least he's
the
not
partner?
farting.
Matthew?
No kidding.
Where is she when you sneeze?
Usually laying down on the bed. I'm usually either getting ready to pull my pants down and get undressed, or we're in the middle of foreplay.
So just initial arousal.
But not during the intercourse.
No, she'd kick my ass if
I see.
All
right.
Maybe he's allergic to
Enjoy.
her nanny.
To something, or who knows what.
Are you allergic to her nanny?
I don't know.
Well, that's one theory. It's been floated.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Is there anything that I can do to possibly get over it?
You put a Nixon mask on.
You
You
could try
add an extra layer of surrealism.
You
to the
could
whole
try an
thing.
antihistamine like Claritin or Zyrtec, any of those. Beyond that, though, I'm not so sure.
All right.
I'd go with a Nixon mask.
Yeah.
Heavy medication and a Nixon mask.
All right, we'll take ourselves a little break. Lincoln Park is our guest tonight, and we'll be back with